Good evening. I'm sorry I can't be with you in person tonight, but I'm grateful that you've invited me to speak with you by means of this video. I'm really pleased to join with my friend Ambassador Pickering, an American hero, Professor Somerville, and all of you in honoring my wonderful friends Bill and Eleanor Revelle. The Bulletin of Atomic Scientists has always held a special place in so many hearts, including mine, for its well-known work on the risks associated with nuclear weapons, and also because it was one of the earliest entrants in the discussion on the climate crisis, publishing articles on greenhouse gas emissions as early as the 1950s. When I was a young college student, as some of you know, Professor Roger Revelle, who incidentally was an early and avid contributor to the Bulletin, first introduced me to the global environmental threat posed by greenhouse gas emissions back in the 1960s. 12 years later, as a young congressman, I invited Professor Revelle to be the lead witness at the first congressional hearing on global warming. I naively assumed that if he just laid out the facts the way he had in his course, my colleagues and everybody else in the room would be galvanized into action as I had been. Well, a 20-minute congressional statement is not a full semester course, but it was right then and there that I made the decision to try to figure out how to share his message effectively and that of the broader scientific community in forms that people would respond to. And since then, my decision has been reinforced by so many others, the Bulletin even before then, and so many scientific groups who've been working on this for years and years to expand our understanding of climate scientists and our recognition of the risks that we face by not appropriately respecting science. While working with and studying under Professor Revelle, I had the privilege of getting to know his entire family, including, of course, Bill and Eleanor, who you are honoring here tonight. Bill and Eleanor Revelle have truly been pioneers in seeking solutions for the climate crisis, working long before the climate movement enjoyed anything like the visibility and support and momentum that it has today. And in continuing the family tradition, their devotion to climate science, policy, and innovation is really inspiring. Eleanor, through her work with the Evanston Community Foundation and as an Evanston alderman, has a proven record of promoting and implementing sustainable solutions at the local level. Bill, in addition to his renowned work in personality psychology, has dedicated much of his time and resources to advancing the mission of the Bulletin, urging it to fully incorporate climate experts into the community and to raise the profile of the climate crisis as one of our great existential threats. Moreover, Bill and Eleanor don't just talk the talk, as they say, they walk the proverbial walk. In fact, few people have demonstrated the long-standing passion and leadership in their communities and in their daily lives as have the Revelles, which of course is why they're so deserving of this recognition by the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists. We need advocates and allies like the Revelles now more than ever. 2016 and next year are crucial years for our planet as world leaders begin the hard work necessary to put last year's Paris Agreement into effective practice. Mother Nature is calling for climate action every day. And of course, we're now experiencing many of the devastating impacts of our global warming pollution through stronger storms and bigger downpours, more destructive floods and mudslides. All this was predicted, as were the deeper and longer droughts, crop failures, strengthening wildfires, spreading tropical diseases, melting ice, and consequent sea level rise. These and many other consequences are pushing our modern societies close to a perilous point, forcing many people to become climate refugees in vulnerable areas, destabilizing some vulnerable governments. But I'm more hopeful now than ever that we are finally getting on a path to a sustainable future, in no small part because of leaders like Bill and Eleanor Revelle, because of the ongoing work of the Bulletin, and because of the many efforts to advance the understanding of climate science and the readily available solutions to the global climate crisis. Many years from now, people are going to point to those who made a difference and rolled up their sleeves to chart a course forward toward a more sustainable, prosperous, clean energy, efficient future. Bill and Eleanor Revelle will be high up on that list of people that we point to as heroes, and I'm proud to call them my friends. Congratulations to tonight's honorees, and I want to encourage all of you to keep up the great work. Thank you.